So when you was talking about not feeling good on camera about your weight,
yes.
right? So when you was at the weight you wanted to be, you still had the same issue. You were still saying, "Oh,
it's my mind."
Right. So
yeah.
I'm trying to point something out to you. You keep talking about your weight, but no matter what your weight is, you still find an issue. Then it's either your nails. You can't be on camera because of your nails. Your makeup isn't right. Your hair isn't right. It's always something.
It's always something.
Then it's you don't have the right clothes. It's always something.
What did you teach me the other day? You taught me something.
Yeah, I was about to get into that.
Okay.
So the thing is, if you always have these issues, you're always worrying about, how I look on camera, this and that. But I tell you, you go outside every single day. People see you. You don't live in a cave.
Right.
So I don't understand, if you go outside in public every day, all these thousands and hundreds of people see you, right? You don't think about how you look. You don't walk outside until you feel confident about how you look, right? And even if you're not done up all super crazy, you still don't leave the house unless you feel like you look presentable, right? So whether you dressed up, whether you got your makeup on, or you got a t-shirt and a hat or whatever, how you are is how you are. You look at yourself every day. People see you. You go outside. You interact with people. Why does that change when the camera comes on? Because you're worried about a camera and how you look, but you look the way you look every single day. When you get on camera or you're taking a picture, you say, "Oh, I'm worried about how I look. I don't want people to see me." But people see you hundreds, if not thousands of people literally see you every day just by you going to the store, walking around the supermarket, going here, going there. People see you. What the hell is the difference?
You know what? You said it to me before, but every time you say it to me, it's like another add to my. You have enlightened me, and even more, you reminded me about everyone sees me anyway.
Right.
So it is what it is, and I'm on camera to help other people.
But wait, if you didn't like your face, if you didn't like your weight. You don't think when you walk outside, people see your face, they see your hair, they see your clothes, they see your weight?
Yes.
What the hell's the difference when you're in front of the camera?
You know what? Being in front of the camera with no one around also is, there's no point on me feeling uncomfortable.
Right. You should be more comfortable.
It should be more comfortable.
Exactly.
It's weird. That's a good thought, because it's just like people who are afraid to go places like anxiety. They're afraid to go or be a part of certain things, but they're able to leave the house and communicate with others and see other people.
Right.
If they would just look at what you just said and say, you know what, if I'm able to go outside and communicate, see people, they see me, then I can literally do anything and go anywhere. And so thanks for reminding me about that, because coming back to the camera kind of brought those doubts again and being uncomfortable. But you're right. I get up every day and get dressed. So that's another enlightening moment that you've added to my life other than CMOS.
This is the thing that I ask people also. When kind of lost my train of thought.
That's all right.
When
you ain't got no brain anyway.
When people say, okay, so people say that, damn, I really lost my train of thought. But why is it so? Why do you care so much what other people are thinking? Because wait, before you answer, let me finish. When you watch anybody online, right? Whether you're watching YouTube, Instagram, if you're watching somebody in a video, you watch them for the content.
Yes.
You're listening to what they're saying.
Yes.
You don't not watch somebody because of the way they look. So if they're overweight, if they're too skinny, if their hair isn't done perfect, if whatever, you don't sit there and say, "Oh my God, no, I'm cut that off. I can't watch this."
Can I tell you something? I don't care what anyone thinks about me. I want you to understand that. But I care what I think about myself. Okay. And because of my own insecurities, when I would go on camera and not feel comfortable about the way I look for myself, that's the issue. That's the situation. I don't care what anyone, I'm not sensitive to people, especially online, and their thoughts and comments or anything like that. They are not doing anything for me. I'm hoping that I'm doing something for them when they watch. But I don't care. And I think a lot of people don't care. A lot of people might not care what people think, but because they're so uncomfortable within themselves.
I'm going to tell you why that's not true.
I'm sorry, I'm going through it. So you ain't going to tell me that's true.
Let me tell you why that's not true. Let me tell you why it's not true. You might say that and you might think it, but you do care how people think or how people look at you. You do care what they think. Because why every time we're in the house, you look how you look, you're moving how you're moving. But as soon as I say, let's come with me to the store, do something, then you got to go switch up. You got to go look in the mirror.
Because I don't want to go outside. I
got to put this on.
I got to look better going outside with you. For you and for myself. No. Not for other people. I don't want you to take me out. Excuse me. I don't want you to take me out, right? Okay. And not feel comfortable about the way I look walking with you. Okay. So because of that, I do a little extra to myself. So when I'm leaving with you, you know, it doesn't look crazy.
I'm glad you said that. So that means when you're just home with me, you're not so concerned with how you look.
No, I'm not saying that.
But think about what you're saying. That means when you go outside, if it's just me and you in the house, you have a lower standard than when you leave the house.
What the hell are you talking about? Lower standard of who?
So why then if you're going outside, are you adjusting things? So that means you're around me all day looking however you look, and you're okay with that. But then when you go outside, why do you feel the need to adjust anything?
Because I just want to look better when I go. I just want to look better, and then I don't want.
So now you want to look better for other people?
That's if I'm going out with you, I want to make sure you're also uncomfortable. You're also comfortable with the way I look.
So you don't think that when it's just me and you in the house?
Yes.
So what is
that's
the
why
difference?
I try not to look crazy.
So if you're not looking crazy, why do you need to change anything when you go outside?
You know what? I don't know. I guess unconsciously I'm thinking about how other people might view me. Good point.
That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
What is this, therapy session?
Yes, I'm trying to get you to see because what you're saying, you're actually saying something. You're contradicting what you're saying.
Okay,
you're actually saying something that's not true when you don't realize it. And that's what a lot of people do. It's just like a lot of people move around. They say, oh, I don't care about this. I don't care. I don't care what people think. I don't care what people say, but you do because all of your actions dictate and it shows that you do.
It's funny because in my head, my brain, this is where going to your mind comes in. Mind, brain, body. But in my brain, I'm thinking that I don't care and it doesn't bother me, but realistically it does.
Your actions show different.
My actions show different. So that means my mind is still in that place where it has not handed down the information I need to my my brain.
It gives you different ways to view something. Either when you're just in the house, and this is for all couples, even for men. If you're in the house, that means you aren't doing or you don't care as much how you look for the person that you're with. You care more to go out in public because other people are going to see you.
Yeah, that
so
makes
that means
sense.
you put more effort into your appearance for other people than you do for yourself.
Gotcha.
And you do for your significant other.
Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense.
Now, let me tell you something deep. A lot of people live their lives in a lot of other ways, and they make different moves and different decisions based off of that. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. So a lot of times people are living not for the person that they're with, and they're not doing things for the person that they're with. They're doing things for the benefit of everybody else. So when you think about it, people are putting other people before their significant other, before their relationship, because they're doing all these things to benefit and to worry about what other people think before they worry about the person that they're with. I think
that's why some people go into financial jams, because they're so busy worried about other people, what other people think, than worry about their current situation and their partner and their difference. So that's definitely a really good point. And that's part of my enlightening and my journey, is that first of all, having someone like you and me together able to bounce back and forth allows us to kind of stick with reality a little bit more. So that does make sense. If I'm going out, if I'm doing that little extraness to go out, why not do the extraness period
Right.
in the house? So what's going to happen is starting tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wake up in the morning, first thing. I'm going to put on a lot of makeup. A lot of makeup. Put on lipstick, lip gloss, everything I can think of. I'm going to put on like a silk, something like.
And who's that for?
That's because I'm going to wake up every single day. In fact, I'm not even going to take off the makeup at night. No, but on serious tip, I get what you're saying. See, that's just the thing. I don't think a lot of women listen to men. First of all, it's not easy, especially for Black women, to just get up and be like, okay, I'm just going to let my hair go and all this stuff. It takes us a little bit longer to get ourselves together.
What does that mean?
Number one.
What does that mean?
Just means...
See, I got to hold you accountable because you say that, but again, the second you got to run to the store, to run to the store or to run to the mailbox, you'll take 45 minutes to an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Oh my God.
Yes, don't even
Stop.
Listen. And I'm not talking just about you. I'm speaking on women in general.
Okay, cause.
And you see how sensitive you get.
I'm not sensitive.
So listen.
Yes, well, yes,
it's a perfect example. So many people do this. They put that effort, and they take all this time just to go run to the store, just to go to the mailbox, just to do whatever for a second, but they don't feel like it's necessary to take that time just in general before they even get to that point. So if you're on the outside, how do you think the person that you're with is looking at you? How do you think that they look like, oh, so I don't matter that much, so you can slack? It's the same way if you look at a man, for women, if you look at a man and say, okay, he don't, do certain things, but when people come around, then he wants to act like he's this. He wants to act like he's the best father. Now he wants to act like he's the best husband and this and that. But most of the time you lazy and you not showing no interest.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then you looking at him like,
that's a phony and stuff like that. That's a good point.
So it's like, oh, so I don't really care. I mean, I don't really matter. But everybody else matters more. So you're gonna give all this effort for everybody else, and you're just gonna disregard me.
You know what? Honestly, as you say that, it shouldn't be any effort to keep yourself together. When you get into marriage,
but wait, can I say this? It also doesn't mean that if you're just lounging around the house and you're not going anywhere special, that you got to get all dressed up and all spectacular.
Right.
But then under that same thing, it's like if you feel like you look decent to be around your husband or even for men to be around your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, then why do you have to do so much more just to walk outside? That means you're trying to compete with other people.
Yeah.
That means you're worried about how they're looking at you and how they're looking, and you want to make. It's like who are you doing that for?
Yeah.
Men do it too. And I've been saying this all the time. We're always, and men and women, we're always competing with somebody else. That's why we do most of the things that we do. That's why it's like, oh, I can't, I got to have this type of sneakers on. I got to look this, everything got to be fresh. For who? For who? Why?
But what if you have everything fresh and you just want it for you? Why you can't have things fresh or things look good?
I didn't say there's anything wrong with that.
But
sometimes they're only doing these things
for other people.
Well,
let's go back to the fact of being in the home. I agree with that because especially now as we're getting older, it's like things that you did and thought in the past, unless you're like still on that level mentally, things like that change is more important, especially when you're getting older, So I think people should take the time out, and I think they should take the time out, and when they wake up in the morning, let me say that again, they look at themselves and they say, if you were to walk out the house right now, would you feel comfortable?
Right.
If you look at yourself.
But then, I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
If you look at yourself in the mirror, this is something that's just coming into my head right now that I want to share. If you look at yourself in the mirror in the morning and say to yourself, how would I look if I was going out to the supermarket, to the store, going out in public? how would I look? Not saying that you put on the sneakers, you put on this, but how would you want to look? When you're home with your significant other, you get as close to it as possible. You get to the point where you can leave the house. Even if you have on a nightgown, at least you know you can jump into something else. Set yourself up in the morning to how you feel. You can
just run and go. So
you can run and go, but it's not just about running and going. It's, when you think about it, it's about looking presentable to the person that you're with also.
Right.
Because when you met them, you were presentable.
Right.
And not every single day is going to be, oh, let me put on the silk scarf and stuff.
Right.
But it's just an effort to know that you're doing it for yourself and for the person you love, not for people outside. So when I get a YSL bag, it's because I love you.
So let me give you an example. So when I'm in the house, I'm usually in shorts, T-shirt, slippers.
Yeah.
Right? So if I'm running out, generally, slippers come off, I throw some sneakers on. I might even change my shorts.
Sometimes.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything drastic.
Yeah.
I'm not getting dressed up and picking out whole outfits and pulling, you know what I'm saying?
It's just looking
it don't
decent.
have to be super crazy. I don't have to go iron a button up and relax.
No. Sometimes when I see that stuff, it has to be unrealistic. When I see some girls on social media and stuff, it has to be unrealistic because nobody, unless you get it tattooed on your face, nobody wakes up looking bright and sassy. But
it's also, for some people, it's the environment and their upbringing, because I know when I was younger, I was like that. Like, I wouldn't go to the store. I wouldn't go to the freaking mailbox. And that's why I was even saying those things, because I used to have to be dressed up just to leave the house, because I'm always, it's kind of like that young mentality. It's like, all right, somebody going to see me. I don't want nobody saying nothing. They're like, oh, he looking like a bum, this and that.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yo, as you get older, it's like, man, like,
I got a business. I got shit to do. Yeah. I don't got time. Nobody. We still. No,
but that's real, because you want to be comfortable at all times. That's why when you see these rich people, when you like, yo, they dress like they
regular.
You know, that's why, because they get into the money. Yeah. They handling their business. Yeah. They want to be comfortable, and they don't even have time to think about all that. And even
sometimes when you're even if you're not like a millionaire and you're a small business, like, you're thinking about your money. You're thinking about making sure your family's good. It's like a T-shirt and shorts is just what it needs to be. And I like you in T-shirts and shorts. You know what? I like the fact that you're comfortable, the fact that you're just constantly comfortable and you're able to focus on the business and what you're trying to accomplish and achieve, opposed to going shopping constantly.